Hey everybody, my name is Qwnks, and welcome to Minecraft Hardcore. It's been a little while, but this is going to be a new series we're running. It might phase out Minecraft Hard Mode, unless you guys like Minecraft Hard Mode. If so, leave your answers in the comments. But anyway, it's been a little over a month since we last recorded. I graduated community college in that time, so that's fun. Let's get to work. This is my third time doing this because the first time I realized I hit stop recording when I was doing something in that episode, so that entire little first segment there, those first 20 minutes, was a waste of my time. Then the second time I was muted, didn't realize I was muted by the way, and I could have gone on and just been like, hey, I was muted the whole time, and then did intro, but it wouldn't feel right. It didn't the first time when I had done the majority of the episode without realizing I wasn't recording. So both of those worlds have been deleted, and here we are, third attempt. Let's pray I am gonna have this one, because this is fun. But what I want to do is, I'm currently mining a tree. I want to get starter house done today. Starter farm too, if I can, as quick as I can. I want to probably get a bed, because first time I did this I couldn't get a bed. Second time there was sheep everywhere. I could have gotten a bed and I messed that up. So, you know, that's a world gone to waste. And here we are, back at it again. Also, one thing I am noticing is it looks like when I break this log that I have a ever so small ghosting effect. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, or if you guys have noticed it, because it might just be my eyes messing with me. Do let me know, that way I can figure out how to fix that, because I don't know if that's me, or if that's in general, so if you can, let me know. Can I grab that sapling? I want to take however many saplings and however many apples I can get my hands on, because the more the better. Trees everywhere, first thing I've noticed. The desert looks like it has a few trees over there, might go visit that. I don't really want to stray too far away from spawn. I'd like to stay as close as I can. I just want to try to scout out the area. That is dirt, not a village. I don't know why I thought that was a village. Also, first time I did this, there was a ruined portal right off spawn. That also sucks, because that would have been easy access to the nether, compared to Minecraft Season 2, where we've been delaying that a little bit. I think I want to make my home about right in here. I noticed that was flashing. So that's interesting, but we're back, hopefully for a while. I'll probably make a video going over where I've been, and that'll be that, but I also have an unreleased video. It was planned in, I think, October for our 9th month on YouTube in the Qwnks era, because I was not Qwnks before this. I only became Qwnks this year. I had a channel name before this, so we kind of went through those stages for a little bit there, and that was fun. But we did that, and that was cool. I don't know why that's flashing, but I might put a warning on screen, because it's not like it's noticeable, but if somebody like that has epilepsy focuses on that, that cannot be very well for them. So I'll probably do something about that in post. Gotta make sure my guys are safe. Love you guys. Oh, voice crack. I heard that from here. My bad. Love you guys. But that was really bad. That's gonna hurt to listen to in post, but it's fun. Anyway, there we go. 42 logs. That should honestly be enough. If I were to clear this out, I could make my home right here, because that's honestly where I want to make it. Or I could make it down in here if I cleared this out. There's a few ways you can honestly go about this, and I really want to do it in here, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Better I could make it right in here on this little thing. That'd be cool too, but that's not really a lot of workable space, at least not as much as I'd like. So debatable, but you can't really want everything there. We're gonna make a sword, an axe, and a pickaxe. Let's get our inventory organized, at least as organized as we can. So let's go ahead and get axe here, food here, not here, block here, and then miscellaneous stuff here. We want to have construction there, and just random stuff right there. That's about as good as we're gonna get. Brown sheep, not orange. But there we go, that's that. I'd like to have white sheep though. Makes it a little easier to make a bed that way, but I do not think that's going to be in the realm of possibilities for this first day. I can try to look around and see, but the day... Oh, white sheep drowned. Do you have a trident? No, you do not. I'm here for the sheep, not for you. There we go. Drown could also be a good food source. They just have to drop rotten flesh. So he didn't drop his wool. What in the world, man? It's not a true drop, as I expected. If I had shears, it would have been, but I am not going to be. Also, I noticed that was iron right there. That was copper. Not entirely sure. At least we have one wool, so it might be in the realm of possibilities. But I want to go back home because I need to get to work. I do want to gather a little bit of food, though. If there's a sheep over here, I will kill it. But there's not, so that's that. We looked. We did not find enough sheep to get what I wanted to get. Dog! But ooh, sheep. Ooh, 2 sheep. Ooh, 3 sheep. Back. Also, he did drop wool. I just didn't pick it up. Alright, cool. Oh my god, sheep here. 2 beds? No. We need to leave some for Animal Farm. Anyway, that was cool. At least we can make a bed now, so we can sleep through the first night. If we want to sit there and try and mine, we can do that too. To try and waste the night away on that. And that's a very productive way to look at it. Because daytime should be spent for the productive things, night should be spent for mining. Especially if you're right by your house and you have it nice and safe and quarantined off. Then it's also a very good option there. So it's something I want to look at. I might sleep the first night because I do not think I'm going to have a house by the end of the day. Because I want to clear out these trees. Also, this is a big tree. I'm just now realizing this because I can see the log on the side. I don't know how big of a tree though. It might just be a smaller little big tree. I could be wrong, very, very, very wrong. We'll see though. I'll kind of keep an eye out. Doesn't look like there's any more logs in here though. So I have to keep an eye on that. And then we've got a few more to get through here. I've grown into a habit of leaving stumps when I want to like do trees because of season 2 where I leave stumps to mark where I need to replant, but in this case I'm not replanting, so that's fun. Hello, Mr. Sheep. I'm gonna go ahead and take out this tree while I'm at it, because all we're doing is we're clearing and we're terraforming this space, most likely. We're moving this down. I think I might sleep first day though, which is a very strange thing to do. I'm probably gonna make a bed and sleep through the first day. Just feels... Oh, they added bundles into the game. They finally got bundles done. That's so cool. I can make 2 beds? No. That is too far away. Use 1 point set. So when night comes around, we will work on that. Okay, I'm going to sleep this first night away. I don't want to try to sleep too terribly often because I have a very bad habit of doing that in Season 2, where I'm sleeping rather than spending my time mining, where I can do things that way. And it's not very fun to look at it that way. It's not a very fun thing to do where you're sleeping a lot of your days away because you're adding to the day count at that point, rather than doing what should be done. I am going to eat 1 apple. I'm going to be very food conservative because I have to be. This is majority cleared out, so I can go ahead and start picking up some of this. We're not going to use this birch for anything, I already know. You're probably going to break right about here on this last log. Oh, yep, there she goes. I'm going to make another one. So that should be mostly everything here done for the trees up here. I'll have to keep an eye on those big trees in case I forgot a log. Make sure they're decaying like they should. This one doesn't look like it is, because it's not. So there we go. Should now let that decay, so that'll clear itself up. But these should now decay themselves. And then we can terraform this out. So I'll make a shovel, and then we'll terraform that. Could use my birch for that, but I don't know. I might use birch for something, I might not. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and reorganize inventory again. I won't have my bed here. Glad I have the option of flowers. Those can always be useful. Hello, Mr. Drowned. I don't exactly like you being on my perimeter here, so... I've hit you twice. There was no enemies. It was peaceful. So, there we go. Alright, let's get to work on this. Let's do that. And, I guess I could throw you into a little time lapse, so I will see you guys in a second if I can do the right thing. But I'll see you guys when we're done, so that's fun. I'll leave you to it. There's one under there that I can't get. That sucks. There goes another shovel. It's time to make another one. I'm leaving that there this time. Get out of the way. So, you know, when you look at it in hindsight and you see all the area I've just dug up, that was actually a really buildable spot once it was cleared out. And I have a feeling I'm going to regret making that flat, but we'll see. So, I just wanted to kind of mention that, but back to it. That took 4 minutes to do that entire section. That is insane. I have a feeling I'm going to regret making that flat because that was actually a really buildable surface once you get the trees out. So something I'll start doing from now on is really look at it and see how it should be once it's cleared. I do think I'm going to pick up the crafting table though. So I need to figure out, how do I want this house to look? What do I want this house to be? And I think I'm going to take a page out of Season 2's book, where I combined it together to make an interesting little shape. But I want it to be flat, because I was doing something in Season 2's prep world, and I didn't like the way it looked, because I tried having a block sit back here, but you have the invisible block problem. So I think I am going to actually completely ignore adding depth and letting detailing do the work. So we'll see on that, but I want to go ahead and really get the shape here. So I'm going to turn all of this into planks and none of the actual logs on hand. And what I am going to do instead is move my crafting table out here. Because what this is then going to allow me to do is turn my planks into stairs. I don't need very many, but I do have a plan in mind. It's not right in here. The stairs actually meant to be right here. It is getting dark. So I'm trying to get the house done before I really get the mining trip underway. So I'm going to plot my blood. Alright, so I'm going to move this right here before I really go on a mining trip like I want to, because that feels kind of like the right move. Move some of this here to get that there. What I could in theory do is do foundations using strip logs, and I might do that again. That's not a very bad option, is taking all of my logs stripping them. That would take a lot of axe durability though, admittedly. But it is a nice little way to do what I want to do. So I think that might be what we do, save on the planks. At least what we can. I don't necessarily know how big this is actually going to be. I do think I want to extend this out by 1. That way it's 3 here. Keep it symmetrical. That way windows are easy to line up and work with. And then I want to have a bigger space through here. And I think that's the plan. And I don't exactly know what I want to do with the space, because I could do 3 on each side. Because this would have 3 in the middle, meaning this would be a 4th right here, and then you would drag this out back here. So this goes 1 block farther, that's okay. So let's see how that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and strip this, because if we want to go ahead and change details later down the line, it's very much so doable. When you do stuff like this, where it's built in like this, it saves you from not stripping your corner pieces. So it saves me a lot of trouble, because then all I have to do is allocate a lot of these planks to flooring and doors. Also, if you guys are noticing a little bit of tick lag, which I feel I should address, it's my laptop. It's not the game, it's my laptop. because you can get tick lag on hardware side of things, and that's kind of what it is. My laptop just loves to run hot. I don't really understand why, but it does. There's not much I can do about it. So if you do see tick lag, it's just that. Don't mind it. See how much I have to deal with here. It's about 5 pieces, so we're gonna have 1 remainder. Before it gets really dark and I get harassed, let me sleep. So there we go. They'll leave me alone. So this is actually a really good working space. So I think what I want to do, which I'm actually pretty much out of logs at this point. That kind of sucks, but this is actually taking a little bit more than I planned. I just realized this is going to be a really oddly shaped roof because you have so much space through here that you have to work with. What if I bring this back and make it a little bit closer? Because we are sacrificing on space by doing so, but what we're doing instead is we're kind of making it a little easier to build around. So this is plenty of space right here. These 4 or 5 blocks alone is plenty of space to do what I want to do. So I think I'm actually going to cut this out through here and see what we can get back by doing so. We're going to lose our axe before anything. We're not going to be able to reclaim every log, but we are going to be able to reclaim at least some. So this will actually help out a little more than you'd think. Because then all I have to do is do some little micro adjustments to certain little areas where we move those corners where they are now. It's a little easier to work with that way, where you can make it work the way you want it to. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll see how that goes, and that'll be fun. So without further ado, I'm going to put you into a time lapse starting. Crazy thought, but if I really wanted to, I could destroy this entire build and make it build it on a lot smaller of a scale, make it easier to work with, easier to manage, because I have the idea in my head. So I might actually do that because we can still reuse a lot of the things that we do have. I should have thought this over a little bit more than I did, but that's kind of what trial and error are for. They're to help with that. You try to build something, it doesn't really work out, that's okay. It's a matter of just letting it work out as it needs to. So we should be able to salvage at least a little bit from this. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild. So rather than throw you into a third time lapse while I work at it, I instead will most likely just, get back to you when this is all said and done. So I'll see you when this is, all wrapped up. Alright, there we go. She's all nice and done now. So with that being done, we now have to prep the area a little bit for what I do want to do. Not a crazy amount of prep, I just need to clear this up just a teensy bit to do what I want to do right here. Because I need to figure out how I want this to look. Because if I do that there, I can do this here. And what we're doing is we're basing it off of the same design. But it's not going to be a square, don't worry. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to route this out, because if I want a thumbnail shot that would have it going this way, you would need to be a little farther out here. So I'm going to move this pig without murdering him, and I think I'm going to move that about there. And then this can stay, and these back ones can move, get replaced. So we're going to do that, because I wanted make it where this can stand out but still fit in at the same time. And I know that it sounds a little confusing. I can understand why. I'm trying to keep it in nice rows of 3, because once this is filled out with the stripped logs, which I'll go ahead and fill out just to demonstrate, it might look a little bit better. We still have to do this side, but I think it'll be alright, all things considered. So we could have a window here, and then this could be a back wall, or a window here. Have that be like 3 little windows, but I don't think I'm going to, admittedly. I think instead what I'll do is I'll just do our normal little window design that we normally do. I do have to clear out a few trees, like one or two, but nothing major, and then once that's done, we can go straight to mining. Because we've been here for almost 3 in-game days, and I normally move a lot quicker. That's mainly because I feel a little rushed and hardcore to get things done, but since we have a bed now, I feel a little safer. I told myself I wouldn't sleep through the nights, and I would mine through the nights, but I'm really trying to get the house out of the way. And I had an original design, but you did trial and error, and I've got faith in this one. Also, long logs. We don't need any more strip than we have. We'll try to work with what we've got, and if we need to make any extras, then we'll go ahead and cross that bridge when we cross it. I want to go ahead and try to move some of these leaves back. That way I can have a little bit of room to work with. I've been very efficient on food, surprisingly. I'm really proud of myself on that one. Normally, I burn through food like crazy. I don't know if I want it to be like this, where it's a little on the smaller side. It would keep it nice and even. If I wanted to do and go back by, not here, but here, I'd have to clear out this tree if I wanted to, but we very much so could. Really just depends, because I'm trying to have a decent bit of workable space. So I think that's really the plan, is just work through that. So I think I know how I want it to look. We do at least want to have 4 blocks. It's going to have a little bit of asymmetry to the build. I don't exactly know if I like that or I hate that, but we'll see. If I want to do that, I might drag this back here, because in my mind, I want to have a window here on the bottom. So I think what I will do is I'll move this back by just 1, and then that's all we'll do. We're just doing little minor adjustments as we go to counterbalance that and really work with that. This will remain the same length, but I think I'll have window here, and then that'll really be about it. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll make that a little T-blocker there, and that can be a little kitchen or something. So would this actually be enough usable space to fill concrete to an extent? Would this be, because this feels more like a hallway than it does a room, and we could in theory make this a room. It's not a bad option. I'm starting to regret bringing this back because it's going to make windows a little hard to do, but it's not impossible. Just a little sticky there. It's a little bit of a situation, because I don't know how that's going to look. I have a feeling it'll look fine, but I think the best part is we can always extend this house back as we go, because this feels more like a giant hallway leading into a room than it does a home. So maybe you do something right in here and you make a little room back here, right in here, where you can have a little doorway going into a whole other area and really put that to the test. You could have like a little garden back here going out to this little area here, to a little mini garden. Really just depends on how this would go, because you would move this back. This would be, it wouldn't look great, because you would admittedly most likely extend this out and make this the room going back here, and this would be its own little thing. I don't really know though, because part of me wants to do it and not have this feel like a giant hallway, which is what it currently feels like. And the idea is for this to be a lot smaller in its footprint. So maybe you would move this up, and because you'd be moving up by about 2 and bring this back by 2. I know I said we wouldn't do a lot of adjustments, because we've been sitting here for 5 minutes just going over it. But I can't help but be curious as to how that would work, because I don't exactly know how I want it to feel. I know how it looks in my head, but I don't know how it looks here, because I still have to move this entire section up 2, and then move this entire section up 2, because at this rate, this may as well not even be here. So you'd immediately come in, your bed would be here. So I think actually you do have this B2. At least move this back, that way you have some bed space. And then you have this little area here, maybe. Because once this is moved up, you don't have to worry about it. I do really need to get mining though, because this is not exactly great to be stuck on wooden tools for 33 minutes at the moment. I've made no progress because I'm sitting here being nitpicky over a build That's a very me thing to do because I'm a bit of a perfectionist in a sense, where I feel like it has to be done the way I want it, or it just doesn't look good. And once again, I know how it looks in my mind, I do, and I know how I want it to look, but I don't know how to work it out. I don't, and it's that scares me. Because I want it to look good, but I don't know if it will, and maybe I just trust my gut, go with my instinct, and really just let it work itself out, and whatever we come out with, we can always go back and change it later. So that's really something I want to put into consideration. I might move this back, which I know, but for sake of symmetry, I'm going to move this back by 1, and then I'm going to swap this out for this. I sit here and I debate myself over builds like this forever. I didn't realize I was on that. I need to be here, and then boom, there you go. You have an invisible block here going into this, but that's a-okay. It's still going to look just fine at the end of the day, and I think that's the best part, is you can still do this the way you might want it done. You just have to plan out a little better than that. I need this to be out of here. So I think this is it. This is very similar to the holy cow. Alright then. So I think this is it. I think this is gonna have to be it. Because I can't sit here and debate over this for another long while. This is going to have to be it. We can have a garden go up here, and then this can be the blank net. So I think that's the plan. Have this be the little garden. I want to steal an idea. You guys may not have watched them, depending on who you are, but I want to take a little Stampy Cat idea. Just, you don't have to do anything, but I might make a little lovely garden where your names will be posted. You don't have to draw fan art or anything of the sort. Just kind of be like, just show your support in ways, comments, stuff like that. Just don't really ask, just show support. You don't have to show it monetary wise, you don't have to spend money for it. Just show support. Boom. That's all I can say. You'd have this here, maybe you could do something in here. It's a lot smaller of a blueprint in my mind. And maybe that's because I'm thinking of 1-door designs and not 2-door designs. Admittedly, I could swap over to a 1-door, and then if you do that, you can probably make this work a lot better than you would right now. I don't know if that's the play though, but this does have exactly what I want it to have. If we ignore the fact that this would need to go up by 1 to account for fencing. So we're going to bring this out, which, once again, little nitpicks are going to be the death of me, but boom. All you have to do, bring that out, break 3 logs. And then just replace these with these, and you're good to go. I'm sitting here nitpicking at it forever, and it's burning through days. So I really need to get a move on, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stick with it. You know what? We'll rock with it. We'll figure it out. It doesn't have to be perfect first go. It just needs to be enough, because I want to have a little farm go right in here. Also, this would need to go out, and that would need to go out that way. But we'll fix that. We'll worry about it later. I've debated over this enough. It's been eating at me, and you can't let it eat at you forever. So I meant to make a shovel, not an axe, but I am glad I made an axe. Just swap those 2 out. It's not Mimi's time yet, but I swear second floors are done. Second it's, at least the floors are done. Right now, we'll move on. I promise, we will move on. I do not like the fact that I cannot see that log at the end, because that really makes me iffy. I don't like the way that looks compared to this, where it's like you can see it on either side, which I guess there's a little bit of symmetry there in a sense, where it's kind of like the Saturn, but you don't really have to sit here and nitpick at it forever and ever and ever. I can't afford to do all that. I really can't. I will nitpick it in our build series where I finally figure out how I want the cabin to look. Because I have a build series planned. I did film the first episode for it at one point. I never really got around to much more than that. It was like I kept trying to build it, and then I didn't know how I wanted it to look. Oh, we got somebody that wants to throw hands. Push him back. I'm going to eat just 1 apple, because this 1 apple carries me forever for some reason. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix this. So there we go. And then I'm going to go through. Boink, boink. There you go. That would be a little home. I've got plans for pathway here. We'll get to those when we get to it. But I must admit, it is growing on me. I do like the way it looks. I think I want to have a little more of an open-windowed design. So maybe you do foundations with stone later down the line and you swap these windows to be at the bottom. It's not a bad idea, all things considered, but I also don't know if I'd like it or how it would look. Maybe if you border it with these, it would look fine. That's not a bad idea, bordering it. So I could go ahead and I could smelt glass, enough glass to get glass panes. I just gotta go get some. There's a desert over there. Depending on how far that is, I'll make the journey. We'll make the journey. It's worth exploring. We've spent 4 days on the house. We may as well get some uses ready. Hello, chickens. Oh, there's one right here. Good for us. We need 6 sand, so that's cool. Got 7. So this is where we really need to get mining. Also, I've never seen a branch like that. That's really cool. Unique. So I think I want to have a small little farm on the inside of the little thing right here. And then I want to have a little farm right in here. We would even this out a little bit with dirt, make it a little more manageable in a sense, where you do that. And you'd make a little farm right in here. That way you can have a farm on this side. And I'd probably realistically fence it off there with a notch can in it. So we'll account for that. Again, I also don't know how it would look. I need to really figure out where I want my mine. Somewhere out of the way. Maybe we do like a little shed back here. Actually, not a bad option. Building like a little shed back here. I'm not going to do it now, but I do want to have it sit just far enough to get how I need it. I actually don't know if I'll hit water before I hit stone. It appears I will hit stone. It's very good. And get ready to move into the cobblestone era of things, which is good for us. If I want a pickaxe, a furnace, an axe, and a sword, 6, 8, so 12, 8, that's 20. The sword, 22, so I need 22, I think. If it's just a pickaxe, on the other hand, that would be 11. I think this is going to lead to water. Is that sand? We'll kind of bite the bullet on this. It does not lead to water, but it is scary nonetheless. So we will just fill it up and act like it never existed. And then we'll do the same for you. That led to something. That led to water. That's what that led to. Didn't lead to water anymore. I don't want to go too far down. I need enough for a furnace and at the bare minimum a pickaxe. We're running into a lot of water issues though by the looks of it. So, not a big fan of that. I want to go ahead and really get moving on that spot for everything. I'm going to just break this by hand. We're going to need to move it. Because I want to have it sit right in here with the furnace. I want to have at least 2 furnaces in here. So I might do them about here. Have the crafting table kind of chill in this corner. It's a little spaced out from everything. I don't know why my inventory is not organized like it should be. I do not like it. It feels very disorganized. I don't know, that wooden pickaxe shows me using it. We'll burn some of our birch. Oh, excuse me. We'll burn some of our birch to make birch for charcoal. I don't think that's going to get me very far, admittedly, but I'll keep an eye on it. I do want to do a window here. Reset spawn point right there. I haven't figured out storage. Might just make a little baby shed right in here somewhere. Have that be like a storage shed full of our stuff. Kind of like a little warehouse of sorts. I want to see how much I can get out of that by refilling that. And then boom. But I've still got plans for what I want to do right here. I might do a little baby farm right in here. I don't know how I feel about not being able to see that, but I also kind of like it because you see it more on the inside than you do the outside. Because it's not really, there's a little bit of asymmetry from 2s to 3s, where some of these are 3s and some of these are 2s. But where there's 2s, it lines up, and then where there's 3s, it lines up. Kind of all symmetrical with one another, and it's really weird. I wouldn't say that it's bad, it's just interesting. It's okay. It's not anything incredible, admittedly, but it's cool. So there's that. I do want to make... This is going to stop recording if I do this, because I can't access torches without coal, so I'm going to have to mesh those together, and I really don't want to have to. I don't know what to do about that. Because I can't just spell torches. Maybe I can get away with just teal. I can. That's like, take it very methodical and slow is what that is. Get filled with dread there. Thought it was done for. Alright, we got enough sand. We'll save the rest. Tell you what, smell that. I don't know what's with my inventory, by the way, but it feels very funky. And what I mean by that is everything really does feel disorganized. I don't know if Minecraft has always been this way, but inventory feels a little funky now. It feels most certainly interesting, so I don't entirely know how to feel about it, but it's probably just because I've been gone for so long. I don't know, it just feels kind of weird. So I don't exactly know how to treat it, but I mean, not much I can do about it, really. I have to do roofing and stuff, so that's fun, but other than that, it'll be alright. I would have to do this with Qwnks to fill that in, but we'll see. It doesn't look horrible. Now that I think about it, if you do that, that wouldn't look bad. You just have to make sure the top's covered. That's about it. So I think we'll give it a test run. We're not going to do it on this wall here as much as I want to because our stuff's here and it would glue itself to that. But I do want to try it. I do want to go ahead and get onward to our 5th day. 5 days in this world, and we're 50 minutes in. So not exactly great that we've made so little progress to be almost an hour in. It's really not great. You can't win everything. This is looking a little more like what I had in mind. Not exactly it, but it looks a little more like it. So that's a take what we can get situation. I don't want to be too picky about it. I like to have my doors facing inwards because zombies can't break them that way. So we're going to do our stairs like this. Because we are going to have a back door going out to access the little farm we're going to have back here on that side there. So we'll wrap up the last little bit of our build here with everything that we can. So that'll be like the starting house done today, then we'll have some basic storage in here, and then probably do some other stuff later down the line. Why can I not craft a door? Am I blind? I am. What really makes me mad is it makes it in 3s and not 4s or like 2s. Because then I have moments like that where I've got to make another 3 doors. Leave your suggestions about this, by the way. Do we stick with that window design? It doesn't look half bad. I like it, but I'm curious about your opinion. Actually, it would be really hard to do it in here because I most likely would have barrels here, unless I want to do it at the end of the bed, which is also a very valid option. I want to go through and I just want to work at it. I want to get a lot of my fine detailing looking good. At this rate, we're free to go on a mining trip. I just have food smelted. I've got everything I need. But I can't help but want to work on some of the fine detailing here. With myself, that would be all the glass I need. I lied, because I get caught up doing this. The only thing that would really suck is if I do it in areas like those, where it's all around the place. And I don't want to do it all around the place. Admittedly, I could do it just here, and it would be fine. Now, I can't silk touch this up, but I could do it like here, in these areas, and I feel like it would be most important and most likely here just for aesthetics. So, and then these two sides for symmetry, and these two, or this one could go to waste. I don't want to make this an entirely glass structure, and that's kind of what worries me because I feel like that's the path I'm following. I don't feel like the entire bottom floor should be glass, because in the original one I was just going to do it as these two, and maybe this one. I think I'm just going to take the loss on this one because I don't really want it to be that way now that I think about it. It just doesn't feel like something I want to commit to, so I don't think I'm going to commit to it. Here I would most likely do it, but maybe even here, just for, once again, aesthetic's sake. That's really about it. Also, I can't bring this up. I'm going to have to go break a log for that. I really need to start replanting because this place is looking bare. So I gotta figure out where I want to replant because this is not looking great. It looks empty. Are we? Yes, we are. This will cook me a 7 mutton. 2 right here. Creeper. What was that? I just saw something green over there. I'm scared. I'll eat a little bit of that steak. Well, piece could be good. I'm not sure what that was I just saw. I think I'm honestly losing it. Not too sure though. Maybe just a little bit. We'll see, I guess. A lot of wolves around here. happy to see that. I think I wish you could see my face right now. I'm spectating this. Come on, get him, dog. Good job. Yeah, nothing too important. Hello, cow. I do want to try to get a farm going out here along this line. Maybe replace some of that gravel with dirt. So I need more logs. There's a lot of work we're gonna have to do. We would most likely move this into episode 2. That, or I time-lapse everything. It still takes a while, and that's a lot of footage I have to edit. You can't really want everything there. Also, I need big stone tools. That is very, very true. Or at least a stone tool. Move into the Stone Age. Get that out of the way. I got, I think, 7. I may have been right there. I confirm though. They got 8. Good estimated guess. I don't think I'm going to use that axe any longer, and then I'm going to use my pickaxe to back that. So there we go. There we go. Admittedly, food should be first. So let's do a quick little time-lapsed mining trip to, I guess, Y12, just as a checkpoint. We might kind of stop by if anything interesting happens, or if I feel like calling it quits, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys in a... Guys, we got coal. It's a miracle. I'm gonna go ahead and place one out right there. Oh my goodness, coal. Oh, excuse me. I don't have to burp. I don't have to smelt charcoal anymore. Make charcoal. On that, I wouldn't have smelted my iron pick. Still would have smelted my axe though. I'm probably not gonna use copper for anything, but I'll take it. I don't see why not. Ugh, better question. How do I want to condense this down into a digestible video? I always do my season premieres at least an hour long. And in this case, I don't know if this will be seasons, because if we die, there's nothing more to it at the end of the day. That's fun. I have to really go like ham then against a lot of things. I think we're gonna play it rather safe, admittedly, when it comes to this world. This feels like the right thing to do. A lot of dirt. I wonder if we're approaching a cave. I don't see any tuff. I can't say for sure. Put one there. Probably don't need to. Okay, onwards, onwards, onwards. Well, we didn't make it to Y12, but we got a lot farther than I was expecting, all things considered. I think really now the main goal is try to get the house wrapped up and then storage shed. And that's about it. That requires more mining though, and stick that. There's something in the water above me because I can hear it. Some type of mob, something. So I am a little concerned at what might be hiding, because my home is not safe. Uh-oh! That's a skeleton. I'm about to be in a really sticky situation. Oh, shit! Yo, I booked it. Oh, they've chased me down all the way over here. Good God, leave me alone. Should have just stayed in my cave. Never gonna be the same again, especially with my house being not so safe. Dude, that's a lot of mobs. I could have been cooked. That's scary. That skeleton's smart. Bro's staying in his own lane. He knows what's up. We do have one piece of charcoal, and we got to keep our pickaxe. Awesome. The inventory's a mess already. Actually insane. Inventory's a mess already. So real. I don't want to do more sand, but at the same time I do, and it's like, we'll do more sand. I don't see why not. I need to finish this though, pronto, because it's not going to be very fun for me if my house is not safe for much longer. I don't think I can really go mine. That's 2 skeletons. I'm not sure if I'll be able to bait that the way I want. That's a dangerous gamble with not being on full health, even for me. Oh, he hit that sheep. That sheep just took a bullet for me. Oh, well, an arrow. Fast on the trigger there, ain't you, partner? Is you down there? Drag him out. Oh, he hit that wolf. He just lit that wolf up in 2 bullets. What the? I immediately wrecked that leaf. Die. That was scary. I have way too much dirt, but I also know I'm gonna need this dirt later down the line for some reason. Ugh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. So this is just enough. Do I actually want to do it here though? Do I really want to do that right there? As cool as that is, like, that would look really cool, but, because that's a nice view, but is it worth it? I know one thing that's worth it. Somehow clearing my inventory. We're doing storage in here. That's what we're doing. We're doing enough for at least 2 chests. I will drop this for right now. I could not care. Where do I want to put it is the better question. Actually, that is a very good question. Temporary storage right here, I guess? Alright. Storage! So, that's fun. We now have a pretty clean inventory, all things considered. Just melted all that sand. Totally not going to need that at some point or another. I'm going to need to make more sticks. Let's do that. Let's also replant some trees, because good God, we need them. More sticks. There they are. Let's make another pickaxe. So, there we go. We can pretty much say bye-bye to wooden tools at this point. We'll keep them around because they're... Well, the axe isn't our first axe, but the sword and the pickaxe are, I'm pretty sure. So, I think we'll keep those around. So there we go. I have enough to... I do. We have 5 regular things of glass that I'm not going to know what to do with. We'll do one right here because this is just an awesome view. How can I say no to it? Good news is I now have inventory space. Wow. So let's plant some trees. Really go from there. Let's get some trees planted. I want to slap a tree. We'll slap one like right here. We cleared this thing out. We're just kind of slap them wherever. I think that's actually the place. So let's move that about right there. Put one here. And let those grow. So there we go. And we're gonna mine this, or chop down these trees right here. So wait, where's one of those dogs? Because I should have bones now. I do. They should still be here. I heard one of those dogs get wrecked though. So I'm hoping I find one sooner rather than later because I want one. Because there's wolf armories, I just need armadillos for it. So I think the best option, which I could do window here. I've noticed our windows are a little all over the place. Because I chose not to do one on this side, but if I can't really get rid of this because I lose 6 panes. So I've put myself in a really bad situation because the front looks how I want it to, but I'm not sure how the back should look. Because as much as I want to copy and paste to the back, I don't feel it's a smart option. Maybe right in here it could be, because you get to look out, and maybe right in here you can look out at the farm. So I can understand that right in here, we could do opposing corners. It's not a bad option. That would be essentially what we're doing. No, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do opposing corners. We'll take the loss. If you guys don't like it, we'll just take the loss in glass panes. It's no big deal. We can always get more. So you know what? We'll try it. See how we like it. Go from there. Here we go. I'll admit, it's a very interesting style because, once again, front looks how I want it to look. Granted, there's fine detailing we can do. But, which I'll probably, honestly, artificially inflate it. And do the small little detailing off camera when possible, but I think genuinely the only thing I want to make right now is a hoe, and then we'll wrap up episode. I do want to get some stuff going, because I want to do one here, because this should be enough to carry us back to about here. I do also think I might take a little thing of dirt, fill these little spots in to help out. Why is my left trigger not left triggering right there? What's going on? It's weird. There we go. If we honestly were to connect these two and make a front farm, carry this over to the farm, obviously it exposes that the underneath of that isn't done and we're doing it just for the windows. But you want some, you lose some. So you could do it right in here. It looks a little blocky, but there's potential. I do have seeds. Love to see that. So we'll just plop them there. Let them grow. Clear out our inventory. Just go from there, really. There's not a whole lot I need right now, so we'll just chunk it all in here. Do need my food. There's a good few options. Coal, we might need that later down the line. Tools, we're not going to need those right now. I will take these logs and this coal. And these eggs. And that plant. But that's it. I also don't need my bones right now, but I also would like to keep them in the event I run into a dog. Oh, it got dark. So there we go. I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. I think that'll be it. I do want to finish it. I'll probably do it in post just for thumbnail shot. Actually, no, we'll finish it. We've got trees starting to grow. We will finish this one way or another. I do not care how long it takes. I told myself I'd do these stairs here, but I don't think I'm going to, because I would have to do these facing this way, where it would be blank. That way the stairs up top would make sense, which would involve these doors facing outwards. And I'm pretty sure zombies can beat down doors, so I'm not happy about that. But we'll try, and we'll see. Plus, it looks a little more fair that way. So we'll swap this over, do some minor little changes here. So there we go. Alright, cool. So now, I really just need to do... I normally like having these a little taller than I do, having, you know, stairs up on the roof. So it's actually a little smaller than I'd like, but I think it'll be okay. I want to go over here and start scavenging from this place, really put it to use. So let's do that. And then we should be pretty much done then. Because I'm going to need a good few, because I'm going to need a lot of stairs. So we're pretty much going to go until this axe breaks, and that'll be that. So I'll time-lapse you starting now. That's done. We now have about a little over a stack and one. We're gonna try that for our stairs. I'm gonna use a little bit of it to make a ladder, just to get up there, but the majority of it goes to stairs. So when that gets done, we'll do the final touches with like torches and stuff, like doing torches out here. We'll save like any other builds. I want to get this done for a thumbnail shot because I want to take it here. I don't want to inflate it in a whole other copy, but I want to get this done strictly for thumbnail shot. So what am I looking for here? I need a stack of planters. 40 stairs. Probably not enough, admittedly, but we're gonna try it. By having sticks in our chest that I can use to save on making sticks. Not by the looks of it, no. That is okay. Just curious. I make 8. That's enough for 3 ladders. I'm gonna swap out here. So I'm gonna immediately head up because I'm gonna need to do 2 little things. Because when you think about it, this is actually a really small build. This is one of our more unique starter houses, admittedly in my eyes, but if we actually use strip lights up here, it'd be a nice way to incorporate them. And they're done on this end. I'm gonna go ahead and do my end bits. Okay, there we go. So we're not gonna have to do this very often. Lord, I love being able to get the stairs to work with me and go ahead and go like this. So there we go. That side's done, and it's exactly enough to do the end bits on both. Not much more though. So 40 stairs was enough to at least get the roof started. Very happy about that. So this would be enough to get it up here, and then this would most likely go up to about here. So I'm estimating about 3 levels. So we're gonna try it again. Also, I need to do this on the other end. So before I do that, if it's more than that, that's okay. I'm just estimating. We can go in with regular logs and strip them to figure that out. That's just what I'm estimating. So I want to make about a stack and a half, because that's a stack of wood, or a stack of stairs. Should be plenty. Holy cow, my estimates are getting good. Because now it would really just be the slab game at this point, and doing the little lower inches where the planks are at to make the windows feel like they fit in more. So it's actually not bad. So that's good to see, that's good to see. I'm glad that's going well. Roasting there. I'm almost certified that tick lag is hardware. Or it's hardware being the problem. I pray I can get a PC at some point, but we'll see. I'll get there when I get there, right? But anyway, I'm gonna throw you guys into a time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done. We've done a lot of time lapses this episode, I will say. You see this? Second I start time lapsing, it just doesn't go well. Can I grab that? No. I'm gonna drop and grab that. That's dangerous to do in hardcore. I need to not do that. Actually, can I jump over here and just do it this way? I totally could. Alright, I'll see you guys when we're done. I told myself I wouldn't do that because that will get me murdered. Here I am doing that. Honestly, I'm shocked it's not taking as much stairs as I thought it would have. So that's really interesting. I still have to do that little bottom bit, but other than that, it's not taking near as much as I anticipated. So it's actually very good to see. So really, it's now just take a bunch of planks, put them there as filler, and then put some slabs on top. That's really about all it is. I can do majority of that from down here. And then I just need to fill this in. So that takes 10, this takes 3, so 13, 26, 39 stairs. Probably not gonna get near enough-ish. Also, I just realized I'm also gonna have to do the end bits here, so it'll be alright. Shouldn't change things too badly. It's going to... What the hell? Hey, dude. Holy shit, no thank you. We almost died. That was terrifying. I'll never be the same again. Dude actually rolled up and said, bro, I'm so cool. I put so much work into this. If I would have just died, I would have been mad. Which one of you hit me? It's about to get real. Swim on. Get you out of here. Get down there. Cool. My heart's racing there, fella. I was scared. I wonder how this is gonna turn out better than I thought it would. And just like that, there we go. We've got a root. Well, majority. Didn't mean to break that ladder. That was terrifying though. Like that could have been it for me now. If I would have died doing that, honest to God, I may have burst into tears. Turns out that stacking one drift has come out to be better than I thought it would. We'll need a little more planks. So we'll make as much as we can, and then make as many slabs as we can. I wouldn't expect it to be near enough slabs. I'll go for a sample size of 20 feet, and we'll see how it goes, but I'm not anticipating anything crazy. I will say, I'm glad it's going as well as it has been. We almost died there, so that was a little scary, but other than that, we're doing great. So there we go. That's now done. And we have a little bit of leftover, so that's good to see. There we go. House is done. Thumbnail shot is pretty much prepped. I do want to put some torches in here, and then probably some over this way. I should really do like the fact that I did strip logs there, because if we look on this side, despite it being a rather small build, it does look good. It looks way better than I thought it would. This is essentially just a giant hallway, but it leads you out over here. This will also be one of the only starter houses that doesn't have a basement to it. We'll most likely do a storage shed there. So that's fun. I want to do something a little special in here. I don't know what though. I just want to make it look and stand out in a certain way. So we'll see about that, but I really just need to wrap up the last little bits of torches and stuff that I have. I want to put a torch. I'll put a torch right there. That should help me cut down on some torches. Well, I do like it being here better actually, now that I think about it. It feels a little more natural to me. That I could see doing, but there we go. I wonder if I should put glass here. Then again, that side doesn't have it. This side is the only one that does have it. It has opposing corners. And I don't regret giving it opposing corners. So, we're about 90 minutes in. About how long I wanted to do as total episode time, admittedly. But I think this is where we'll leave it off for today. Because it's been a long recording session. I've had to do this 3 times. However, I promise next time we will start on another build. We'll do some mining, a lot of it, and hopefully make a good bit of progress and try not to die. As of right now though, I live to die another day. So, my name has been Qwnks. This has been the first episode of Minecraft Hardcore, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.